3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. I know where to edit. I know where to edit for the video. Yay.
Wonderful.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome.
Just look at the spike in the audio and you'll find it.
Yes.
Cool.
No.
Works.
Welcome to
He's being
Uncensored.
efficient.
Welcome to Uncensored Insanity, our first episode of our podcast. Please, dear Lord, I hope I do not somehow get shadow banned or something off of YouTube from this.
That's the first episode and we're already done. What a wonderful thing.
One and done, people. Woo!
Whoa.
I think we should all go around and introduce ourselves. So let's start.
How should I introduce myself? Should I do it formally or how?
Someone go first.
Loki, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Ich bin ein Loki.
It's not in German. Don't do that.
It's Ich heiße.
Oh no.
Oh my, just please, someone go next.
What the fuck?
No, I do. It's supposed to be in English.
He is the Berliner.
Oh no. We've already got.
Ein Berliner.
Oh my god. Hello, guys. My name is Ava. Or you can call me E because nobody's going next. And I'm currently fighting Melania.
Hey, I did. I went next.
Yeah, and you said Ich bin Loki, which is grammatically incorrect.
So.
Not Zozo. Das ist Zozo for dein Grammatik.
Look, nobody knows that much German, so tone down the goddamn German.
Yeah, this is supposed to be in English.
How about we already have to make a rule for this podcast that I didn't think would actually ever be made.
Foreign languages.
Or how about we just speak...
Deutsch.
Yeah, just speak English.
Nein,
already is gonna be hard for almost half of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Loki. Go ahead, Max. Introduce yourself.
Hola. Wie geht's?
So we changed the rule to only speak fucking English.
No, I am
Japanese.
Nein, ich kann nicht sprechen Japanisch.
Speak English, please. I swear to God.
But no, yeah, I'm Max Deputy. I am currently in college right now. I am studying.
We don't need.
This isn't a job resume. This isn't
Dude, you gotta give them your social security number.
I'm not giving it. No, I'm not going to
as well.
Hello, my name
I'm
is
just giving
Clinton.
a small introduction to
I'm the owner
myself.
of a 5517 Aston Martin.
Okay, if I was that expensive, if I was that rich, then yes. But no, I don't have that much money. I'm a college student.
Name was
What do you expect?
Clinton.
No, please no. That was the worst fate.
Okay.
But no, okay, yep.
Shut up, Max. Anyways, hello, my name is Emily, or Lucy, whatever the fuck.
Your voice is already trying to kill my ears.
Wonderful, it's gonna keep happening.
Yes.
I can get louder.
Coming straight from the bottom of the Mariana Trench is Emily with...
Mariana.
Yes.
No,
Marinara.
Marinara. It's the yes. I just did have Italian, so it could be true.
I had a slice of cheese pizza for dinner, so yeah.
That sounds good.
I know.
I had a nice cheeseburger with sunny side up egg, bacon, grilled pineapple, mushroom, ketchup and mayo. delicious.
Honestly,
The fact that you put egg on a burger.
If somebody saw what you looked like, they'd think that you were fat.
This is getting annoying.
They'd be surprised that you were skinny. Because
Well,
what you
I'm
just
also
said sounds like a fat person's dream.
apparently,
That sounds like one of the foods from Regular Show that the creator J.G. Quintel is like, yeah, I just decided to make this as the most insane burger possible that Mordecai has to eat for like some trucker hat or something.
Hey, I was
delicious.
away from the States for 6 weeks, so I missed a good
I was away
cheeseburger.
for 2 weeks.
Me too.
Yeah.
And
So
also those 6
I
weeks were
I
like
missed a
2
good
months
cheeseburger.
ago.
Yeah.
True, but well, actually, no, because I also went to military
Can we
camp.
get to the next fucking introduction? We still haven't finished this.
I know.
We get through the intros.
Ava also introduced herself.
What about
Yes,
you,
what
Chris?
about you?
I basically
Yeah.
just had.
Right. Listen, in my brain went, yeah, I'm not as important. Who cares?
The host.
Yes, hi. I think the host for this week at least. We might be changing off every now and then.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a revolution. It'll come.
There's gonna be a day
We
in
might
which it's
shoot
gonna
a
be
few
just a case
people.
of like, yeah, one of us is gone, and so it's like somebody else becomes the host, or it's just like
shit, I'm gonna have
yeah,
to do
I'm
it.
going to be our host for this week. Hi, my name's Chris.
Hello.
Or Christopher, either or. It's also probably going up on my YouTube channel, unless we make a separate YouTube channel for this. We haven't figured out all the details, but don't worry, we'll get them down someday.
Yes,
Yes,
someday.
Oh,
Chris.
jeez. What?
Someday.
One day we'll get on Spotify. One day.
Oh, God.
But no, I do want to ask for a rule
I
to be implemented.
I cannot wait for our podcast to be the #1 trending podcast on Pandora's app. Man, Apple Podcast is gonna get rocked.
Trending podcast on Netflix.
The sad thing is, with how Netflix is, I do not doubt that, like, they have podcasts that are just the world's worst podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And we'd be at the top.
Oh God.
We'd be at the top of that shit tower that they had built with the moat of diarrhea.
Oh God.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, we might want to try to make this podcast appealing somehow to the viewers. So I mean,
I know.
It is literally called Uncensored Insanity.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That's legit what this is gonna be.
If we do not sound like sorry, Loki, go ahead.
Can we change the name to Unfiltered Insanity?
Censored just sounds better. I don't know.
Unfiltered
sounds better.
I'm saying this right now. If I win against Melania in this podcast, I will worship this episode.
Okay.
So we need to hope and pray that Ava beats Melania during this one podcast recording.
And end the podcast until she wins.
Oh no! We might be here all night.
Okay. I have a proposition. If Ava wins right now, we change the name to Unfiltered Insanity.
What? No.
Why the? I don't think that's how it works.
Yes, it's how it works.
No.
What are we doing now?
Ava, just win.
No.
Okay.
She's been trying to for the past
It's not simple,
hour.
Ava. You just gotta win.
Yes.
Or more than
Hey,
an hour.
no, Chris, you said you had some topics for us. What are
In
they?
my defense, I've gotten half out with her. So
Yeah. Okay.
Which
So let's
Which
literally half health.
Okay. So
Is
you
it
got to
first stage or
phase
second
two.
stage? You got phase 2. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Okay, let's start this off. Let's go on. Let's go with the host.
Max.
I'm trying to get the podcast going because Chris has
questions.
You're the one who's been causing us slow. Like you, Chris, do his thing.
Emily, you should never speak about that. Because you should look in the mirror when you say that.
Trench. Or should I say mariachi? Can I hear the questions now?
I got a question for y'all. All of us, or at least a majority of us, have played on video game consoles. So I have the first question. Which do you prefer? Digital or physical?
No.
What was it?
Which do you prefer? Digital or physical versions of video games?
Oh,
I have very little experience on console, but I would choose the physical copy.
The physical?
She had to think there for a second.
I would like to have a disc.
Okay, so physical.
Yes.
Yes.
But I also don't have a console right now, so I don't get much to say.
But you've played on Wii.
So. I played on the Xbox before, so yeah.
The reason I bring this up is more and more I see video games saying that they have exclusive digital content if you buy the game only digitally or only physically, vice versa.
Hello, Elden Ring.
Yes.
Elden Ring
also
doesn't really have that case.
No.
Elden Ring gives you one emote and that's it, and there's no extra incentive. Go ahead. Yeah.
I would love physical because
at least I'm not the only one.
Here's the thing with digital and physical is that ownership as well. With the physical copy, you actually own the game, but with the digital copy, like especially like on like Steam and like the Ubisoft launcher. If your account gets banned, you lose your games.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it takes a lot to get banned. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, in order to get banned, it's like you either piss somebody that has control of that stuff off, you deal with a hacker. Like, it takes a lot, but if you do lose it, then it's gone. You have no.
Or I heard Ubisoft was going to do a thing where if you don't log into your account in so much long time, they will like delete your account.
Okay, that's stupid.
Yes. But another thing is that like computers, you can't really unless you have like a disc reader. You can't really play physical copies on computers nowadays.
Computers not disc readers anymore?
No.
Not really.
Not necessarily anymore.
It was more back in the day. Yes. But nowadays everything's just more digital.
That makes us sound so old. Back in the day, that was like a decade ago.
That's like
yes.
That's all we were kids. Like I always used to have computer game discs that I'd put in.
Yeah, they don't make They don't make physical computer game discs anymore.
That's true.
It's all digital. I remember when
in my opinion
was computer game discs of like Wizard 101 and World of Warcraft.
Oh,
and all those like Putt-Putt's Great Adventure, Pajama Sam. You go to like
I remember the Putt-Putt ones.
You go to Dollar General and you're like, I got $5 for allowance. You go in there and you're just scanning everything they have. And there'd just be like this horrid dollar bin of the world's worst games that you could literally get free online. That's how bad they were. But you just pull out like King Arthur pulling out Excalibur from the Sword and the Stone. And you just be like, I found it, Bakugan on computer. Yes. 99 cents. Heck yeah. Deal.
I have a disk drive for my laptop because I don't use it often, but like to play The Sims 2, I use it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is getting
That's sad.
Why do you keep bringing up The Sims? Please tell me why.
Don't question it. Don't
order
question it
to play
because
the
then she'll
game, you
have to explain it.
You have to have the
That's a
disc
good
to play the
point.
game.
It's a good point, Loki.
Yes. Anyways, what would you say, Max? Do you like physical copies better or digital copies?
So I'm gonna I'll say this. So
Come in, just
physical
sit right there.
copies
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I
has physical copies have the nostalgic value, because if you go back to it, it's like you can like really go back to the good old Halo days when people would stay up till like midnight in the GameStop kind of like lines waiting for the games to be released. The good for Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare, some of the older ones, you can like all that stuff. So I mean, it has a very like nostalgic value in my opinion for discs. But the convenience side for digital is just, I think people just find it a lot more convenient to have digital compared to disc. And you don't run the risk of also like losing the disc too. So, I mean, that's there too, but that's what I think.
Yes.
Ava, what is your verdict?
Well, if Melanie will stop stabbing me for a minute, I will tell you.
I think I know her verdict already, but
I'll say mine.
I like physical.
Okay.
Mostly because I have the disc in my hands and I have control over what it is. Obviously, I won't break it like I almost did with Elden Ring my first time. But I just don't prefer, like, I just don't prefer. Sorry, guys. Digital, but I will get digital just because. Also, it does deal with money if like you have like PlayStation points if you do, or Xbox, whatever you play with.
Yeah.
It has to deal with that. And if you just don't have money for it, then you can't really get digital. But the same also goes for physical.
Yeah.
I just have that experience sometimes with digital.
I'm in that kind of place that Max is at, because on one hand, physical will always have a place. I don't think that digital will ever have the ability to fully kill physical gaming.
Yeah.
Just because, one, ease of access, you can go to like, I mean, obviously GameStop, but like most grocery stores or retail stores have the physical video games, and they have all that. Anytime I'm at Target, I'm at Walmart, I'll go to the electronics section. It's just like, here's these 2 rows fully dedicated just to like Nintendo and PlayStation and Microsoft, Xbox, like all of that. So I definitely feel like that's a big key, and also you own it. So if it is taken off of the digital store page,
like for example, Bloodborne, like on PlayStation Hits, before I got obviously now the PlayStation Plus. Like that used to be free. Now you have to pay almost $20 to get that. I ain't doing that. I'm getting the handheld copy.
That was so for context, PlayStation 5 for I think 2 years, the first 2 years or first 3 years, I guess, of its existence, it had this PlayStation Plus deal. Whereas if you have a PlayStation 5 and you have PlayStation Plus, you are able to download some of PlayStation's biggest hits, and so it'd range from like Resident Evil 7, Bloodborne, Ratchet and Clank, Gran Turismo, Batman, like just any game that way, no matter what age the person is that has their PS5, like they can play at least a game other than maybe Astro's Playground, which came with the console. So yeah, the digital part, if the company decides to just take down the game, you no longer have access to the game. But in action with digital, I feel like there's a way to make it more enticing. Obviously, I think the PS Vita did this, which is an insane thing for me to even state. But if you have the game on PlayStation, you could just play it on your PS Vita and take it anywhere.
Yeah.
Disc or not. It was just, you have it on PlayStation, you download it on your PS Vita, there you go. Now you can play it while you're, I don't know, going on a walk.
Yeah. I will say another thing. I don't know if like I know that because the age rating affects if games are stocked by stores actually. I don't know about GameStop, but I know like Walmart and like all other, I think GameStop as well, but like if it's rated for adults only, they can't stock it. It's against store policy.
The AO.
Yeah.
No, it has to be.
Yeah.
I believe the way it's done is AO is either very specific stores, like certain adult stores are able to stock it, or it's only digital.
Yeah. So like in that regard, digital is better.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, why would
Yeah.
you really be wanting to go get those games?
Well, there are some games that didn't deserve that rating. Like I think GTA San Andreas got that because because people hacked into GTA and found the hot coffee mod, and that became a mod. So like it briefly became adults only.
Yeah, but that's more so a case of the code was just left in there. There was no real way to get access to it, and then people just data mined the hell out of it because they could.
Yeah.
And they found the hot coffee mod, which is a reference to the main character CJ having sex with one of the, I think his girlfriend or something in the game.
I thought it was his wife.
Or his wife.
No, it would be.
I can't.
I think
remember.
it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't think he was married. In
No.
San Andreas.
I'm thinking of like someone else's.
You might
I
be
just think of the
thinking
meme of
Michael
like,
from GTA.
no, I didn't kill him. I kidnapped his wife.
Oh, you're thinking of Trevor from
Yeah.
From 5.
Uh,
No, I didn't kill him. What do you think I am, an animal? I just kidnapped his wife.
kidnapped his
Oh
wife,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was adults only for a small amount of time, and then they Rockstar went into the game, removed all of those files from there on out, and it was able to be.
Although another thing is, do you think so? Gambling, if there's gambling in the game, it's considered adults only. So, do you think loot boxes is a form of gambling?
No.
no.
Okay,
But-
you guys
but
are claiming.
probably
Okay,
Blizzard
okay,
does.
you're claiming no for loot boxes as not a
Yes.
form of gambling.
You pay money to basically get surprised at what you get.
Yes.
But that's not really gambling.
That
'Cause
is
you get-
gambling to a degree.
It's gambling.
I will say
It's-
this.
I'm
If-
on gambling.
Here's-
It's gambling.
Here's what I'm going to say. The original way that Overwatch did loot boxes, that I wouldn't say gambling. In a sense of the way to get cosmetics through the loot boxes and the way to get said loot boxes are told, your chances are given, everything is there. You can get the stuff for free just so long as you put in the time. Like that's all there, and I think it's at least communicated.
Yeah.
Same as it being an optional thing.
Yeah.
Because in the original Pokemon games, there was gambling. Or at least I think in Fire Red and Leaf Green, there was slot machines, and it'd be pure chance whether or not you'd win more money from it. But that wasn't like a rated M game. It was just a thing. Granted, it's
well, yeah. If it's in-game currency, I don't have a problem with it. But if you're spending actual money to gamble, basically, for the loot boxes, I think that's where the problem arises.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with you because, like Chris was saying, if you can actually like earn the currency in game at a reasonable rate, let's say that, to get these loot boxes, that's fine. Okay, in my opinion, because that's like you're actually working to do
the
it.
loot boxes are just obtainable, like not necessarily just the currency, but it's like every time you level up, you get a loot box.
Yeah, I mean that too, and it's like, and it's not also it's not something that's like required. It's just more cosmetic. Okay, it doesn't give you an advantage over the game at all, anything like that. Because once you add that into the game, then you fall into two different categories. Okay, you fall into now there's an incentive to quote unquote let's buy this thing with real money and gamble to get that incentive, so I can have an edge over everyone else. And the other category is you just spend hours and hours grinding, trying to get to it. Now, the most realistic would be spending real money. Okay.
I think
that's regarding what?
Yeah, keep going. But yeah.
I would say that's like that situation, things like that. Then you can fall into the category of just like you're spending real money to buy it. Like I said earlier, that's just you're spending real money. Which in like, well, I'm trying to think of this. Like some good examples, I would say, I don't know if it's where you have two types of currencies, where you have like there's the earned currency you can have compared to the bought currency. So I know there's games that do it out there. I've seen it before. Now that's fallen into the similar gambling category, because at least for games that would have loot boxes and things like that. Unless you want to do cosmetic like Modern Warfare 2019. I mean, they have the COD points, whatever, just to buy the cosmetic items. But I know what they did. They did do in Modern Warfare 2 when they brought in DMZ. Later into the lifespan of the game,
DMZ
they brought in
from the beginning.
Yeah, but later in the lifespan of the game, probably middle, I think, maybe a little later, they brought in cosmetic packs that would give you, if you bought these, like this skin or whatever, this skin would give you like, I don't know, like you spawn with like an armor plate or like 4 armor plates. You spawn with like a gas mask or something. It gives you some type of edge when you start out the game. Okay, now that I don't agree with. That's no. I don't think that's fair. That's just incentivized, and that's just trying to. I mean, that's all it is just daylight robbery, in my opinion. You're just trying to take money
The way that
out of your player base.
Yeah.
But yeah.
With the loot box things, so long as it's a type of thing like how Overwatch did, that is purely just cosmetic. You can get emotes. You can get like random things here and there, right? It adds nothing to the game. The game's already there. You have literally everything. But, once a year they'll add some, they'll update the game and they'll add some cosmetics that you can either buy by putting in currency and selectively buying that. Or, if you're kind of lucky and you really want this one skin, for... who knows, say it's a legendary, which I think in Overwatch it's 1,200 of their credits, so 1,200. The loot boxes costed back in the original game only 50. And if you got it, you got a huge deal. You spent less and made more. But obviously there are all those caveats of just like...
They failed Overwatch 2.
Yes,
failed
they
it.
did. Yes, they did.
Well, yes. Buying it, like using real money to buy something directly, I kind of don't have a problem with. It's when like it's more of like you're just using real money to potentially get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's a good example of this? Minecraft pay-to-win servers.
Yeah. Yes, that is.
Oh,
that
you don't.
is.
Oh, it is a massive industry that makes a shit ton of money.
Are you kidding
I swear,
me?
no, it's illegal according to
Minecraft's rules.
Minecraft rules. The underlining rule of Minecraft, it's illegal, but it still happens because
Minecraft doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's stupid. But what they do is
How do you pay to win Minecraft? What?
So there's these servers, and on these servers you can buy the server currency with real money. Okay, you have to go through like a third party website, whatever. You buy it. You get
I don't like that. Already, I do not like go to a third party website. That just says here's a virus.
It's some type of third party. It's like you just go on the website that the server promotes. You go there, you buy the currency with real money, and you can get it in game. Now, what these things would do is they're loot boxes in essence, and they give you like netherite with custom enchants or something. I mean, it's like depending on the type of server it is, it gives you like a edge over everyone else. Okay, and it's also chance too, which is basically gambling, because you can say a slot machine is gambling. Okay, because it's at casinos. Every single casino has slot machines. It's gambling, and this is all it is basically. It's just a different version of a slot machine. It's chance. You pay money, and what happens is because young kids play these servers. Young kids play Minecraft. That's the majority of who plays Minecraft. And you're exposing it to these kids of like gambling. You have they're incentivizing you to spend money to get an edge over everyone else and things like that. So you're basically teaching kids gambling at a young age. I think that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Why gambling is considered, unless if it's educational. Gambling is considered adults only.
How can you make gambling
be educational?
I want to hear this. I want to hear this debate right now. How can we make gambling educational? How can we turn the Las Vegas Strip into the next version of a Kahoot? How can we?
No.
I'm not
You
personally
learn from
saying
your mistakes. When your money goes missing, you know what to blame. But at the same time, people have an idea of just blaming the because the thing is with gambling, it's rigged.
Yes.
But how always wins? Yeah, no, that's not. Everyone knows that.
I saw the news report, but there was this woman who won, and when she showed it to them, they said, "Oh, you weren't supposed to win that." And so
instead, we'll give you
when
they gave her a steak dinner that cost $20 instead of giving her the actual $100,000 or whatever it was. It was like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Where can you pull this story up maybe, or like I'm interested in this.
I believe the story. Yeah, you can search up like lady wins casino gives steak dinner. But what had happened was, if I remember correctly, she goes to this one casino. She spends about $100 or so on like a slot machine. She wins big, pretty much. I think near the end or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. She wins $100,000 or $1 million or some. It was an insane amount of money. So I think there's this video of her that did it. It showed, and she was just like super happy. So then she went to cash out like any normal person would if you ever make money in Vegas. Like even if it's just a joke thing and you're like, I'll put $50 in. The moment that you make the money back, get out. Stop.
Yeah.
She tries to cash out, and all the casino staff pretty much said, "Oh, that machine's bugged. You weren't here when we saw it, but you're the 7th person to win $100,000 at that machine. So sadly, it's invalid. But will offer you a steak dinner as compensation. They literally, yeah. So they lied.
Is
No.
there evidence of the 7 winners?
But he's Sue.
Word
Of course,
of
there's no
mouth.
evidence.
Word of mouth. It's a casino.
Yeah.
So back to the topic I was discussing. I wasn't saying that you can make gambling educational. I'm just saying
no, you
that
can.
yes, you can, but
It's
has it
hard.
been done? Yes.
It's not hard unless like you know what's going on. Like for example, the number one thing you can say it's rigged. That blatantly shows that. You can use that as an educational point saying, "Hey, this woman was, but you won, but she never got the money, and
Yes.
it's quote unquote broke." That's another
I'm
way
gonna
of
teach you how
saying,
gambling is bad by making you gamble.
no,
Chris,
it's like another way of saying no matter how close you are of quote unquote winning, they keep wanting your money.
hey
That's
Chris.
all they care about.
Yes, Max.
I looked out. I'm looking out my window right now into the courtyard of the apartments, and I just see 2 people with foam swords fighting.
Okay, at least they're foam swords.
That's
They're
college
foam.
for you.
That's college. Why are you
They're-
surprised? With what
It's
I've
my
shared,
foam swords.
with what
You should
I've
go-
shared, you're surprised?
You should go
It's
up
my-
and join them, Max.
First year of college. Okay, so I'm
mine
new to
too.
college
Right.
life.
We're all minus Loki. We're all in our first years.
Yeah.
I'm also in my first year. What are you talking about?
He's in his first
Remember,
year of.
he's gonna become a corrections
something.
officer, Emily. You forgot about that.
I have
Oh, yeah,
that
good luck
much.
on that, Loki.
News on that. I was looking at the application the lady sent me. It says to be considered for employment, you must be a United States citizen, 21 years of age or older.
Oh, rip.
Well,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, guess you still got 3 more years, but.
Yep.
I mean, you
So-
can work towards it if you want.
back
Oh,
to
yeah.
the trade school you go.
Yeah.
Are you doing a trade school or?
Back to the coal
Not
mines with
yet.
you,
Are
weak,
you?
feeble child.
I might go to the union. Anyways, do you have another topic for us, Chris?
I mean, before we finish this topic, I was going to say something to Max about what he was saying about this gives you an inherent bonus, so gamble for it, or pay
Did I
to
say
win.
that?
Pay to win is what it's more.
Oh,
so
pay to win. Yeah. The whole pay to win thing. Yeah.
That was actually a thing implemented by Blizzard with I believe it was Diablo Immortal, which was their app game.
That's right. Didn't it? Yeah. Didn't I hear a story about? I heard this wild story. There's like people spend $100,000 to get maxed out character or whatever. Some absurd thing
Diablo,
like that.
yeah. Which is insane. If I were to buy Diablo 4 and I would spend like 3 weeks straight just playing Diablo 4 and getting, the character all the way up to max level, I could put it on eBay, say, hey, this is $50,000, and somebody will buy it.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. But you also have to remember that a Diablo character at max level has only happened in recent memory, because they decided to turn the game online, I believe.
I think so. Diablo 5. I think Diablo 5 came out, right? Or is that 4?
4.
No, there's no such thing as 5.
Shut.
Well, it was just a question.
It's 4. 4 is the max right now. It came out a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
With very, very mixed reviews. Obviously.
Everyone says Diablo 3 is better.
Everybody says Diablo 2 is better from what I hear. But
The 2? Okay. I was never really into the Diablo series, so I can't say much.
It also doesn't help that Blizzard has tainted their entire reputation. Most notably, Activision Blizzard.
Hello.
In a lot of their stuff. Call of Duty is kind of in a very bad place.
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 has been sinking its own ship and getting buckets and pouring more water in.
Oh, don't forget they're also burning it too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They're fighting water with fire.
They're pouring more oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we do love the oil. We do love the we do love the American oil companies.
I'm doing some good damage on you.
No, they're fighting fire with they're fighting fire with like wood. They're just chucking it in there.
Wait, Ava, did you do it?
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Let me get to this cutscene, please.
Uh-oh.
So do we change the name of the podcast?
No, we don't change the name of the podcast.
This is episode 1, alright?
Unfiltered. We're keeping it uncensored insanity.
No, unfiltered sounds better.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Hey, I was the one that came up with the footlong cast, but
I came up with that.
you come up. Okay, I don't know because I don't know if I remember talking about it or trying to come up with a name as like an idea, but
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
That was probably the most fever dream idea that I'd ever had. And the worst part is you were buying it.
I was because I'm like it's unique. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's the smallest possibility it could work.
No.
There was an idea like 2 or 3 years ago now, in which it would just quite literally be me, Max, and Max's brother.
Mhm.
We call it the Footlong Podcast. And the goal of it was it'd just be a podcast, but the moment that we all finish eating some item, like a footlong sandwich from Subway or Jersey Mike's or wherever, that's the end of the podcast.
It's that episode.
And it's just like, go on to the next one. Get the next sandwich out, Timmy.
Subway.
I don't need to eat anymore. I don't need my dinner or lunch. I'm good. I had 5 footlongs today for our recording session.
Chris, why did you first off that's insane. We should do that actually.
Oh, that's true. Okay, wow. Okay.
He's gonna get sponsored by fucking Subway.
Oh,
You know what? You know what we could do? You know what we could do? As a special episode, maybe we could do like uncensored insanity footlong
sandwich edition.
Unfiltered footlong. Unfiltered footlong.
Uncensored footlong.
Oh, that will bring up a whole different type of search. You look that up anywhere other than the YouTube search bar with podcasts at the end, you are getting straight to the hub.
Okay, no.
You are going straight to Pornhub.
We can't use that word. We can't use that word.
There we go.
We can't use that word. We have to use Cornhub, okay? It's Cornhub, okay?
Shit hub.
No.
Is it an actual website though, Max?
No, it's
What?
not.
I thought it was.
It is a thing. It's
I
a thing.
knew it was.
It is.
Do you know what an actual website is though?
Birdsaren'treal.com.
Well, yes, but also San Francisco Poop Map A.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
Yes.
Loki,
Yeah, corn actual thing.
Actually,
I know
Emily,
Pornhub's a thing.
how
I'm talking
about you
about
explain
Loki's
to
thing.
Max what the San Francisco poop map is?
Oh, you know I'm dangerous now,
I
Lee.
don't know what the San Francisco poop map is.
You do.
What do you mean?
Sounds so dumb.
It's the city that you idolize, so you should
I
know.
don't idolize San Fran.
Poop Map A.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You want to go there, so it's idolizing.
I want to visit. I don't praise it.
Hold on.
Okay, Loki, go ahead and tell the audience what the San Francisco poop map is.
Interactive.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
I would like
Yes.
to say,
Anyways,
very
it
close
is
until she sniped me.
cool. Anyways, it is the entirety of San Francisco, the map, and people there's an app for it. People like they can take a picture of it. You can see the shit.
Oh,
Some of them, and it's just a map of San Francisco with every shit that has been documented.
oh.
That is at the current time of you viewing it.
So
Dear God.
it isn't. That is documented. I believe
Yes.
the idea that what it is you take a picture. The like cleaning people of San Francisco, they're like, let's keep our streets clean. Their idea was like, oh, there'll maybe be 2 or 3 every hour, so this will help us find where it is and we can clean it up and whatever. But within the first 3 days, they had to shut it down for the simple fact of it wasn't being picked up. And so now it is every time that it's documented, because the only way to remove that is by that same cleaning group to say, we picked it up, but then they just stopped using the service. So theoretically, it's all still there in its mountain of fecal matter.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, San Fran.
Yeah,
Do
the
not-
service is still going. Do not go to San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. And if
Yes.
you live in San Francisco, I am so sorry for your loss.
Yes.
Hey, see a baseball game. Do that. Have fun.
Go to
No.
Wrigley. Go to Fenway. You don't need to go to San
That's
Fran.
not in San. But if they're already in San Fran, they could just go see a Giants game. What's wrong with that?
If they're in San Fran, their best course of option is to get out of San Fran.
Yes.
Why?
Good things about San Fran.
There are people here from in my college that are like, yeah, I'm from California because I wanted to get out of California. I'm like, okay,
Max,
cool.
If you, I'll send you the poop map. I'll send you the website
No,
for the
No,
poop map.
no.
I've already sent it.
No.
I don't think he wants the poop map.
I, for one, do
What?
not want that. Please do not send that to me.
Oh my
I did
god.
not. I only sent it to Max. Anyway,
Wonderful.
do you have the next question, Chris?
Oh, it gets bigger. No, oh my
Let's stop
god.
looking at it.
Stop saying it like a woman on her honeymoon.
Oh no.
Oh my god. You just don't have to say that. You just don't have to say it.
It's uncensored, baby.
Yes, it's
God, it's gonna ruin my
unfiltered.
career.
It's
It's gonna ruin
unfiltered,
your
Max.
career. You don't have one right now.
I will, and it's gonna reflect on it.
They're gonna be like, "Oh man, you were the person in that one podcast as you're getting shot in like Iraq." Like,
That's already
We've
long
heard
gone.
of you before. It could happen
What?
again. You never know.
What?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
Jesus
What?
is risen in here.
Anyways, next
But yeah,
question, Chris.
Or,
Yes,
And now
please.
it's I
want to finish my thought on pay to win. Pay to win is scummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
Unless
No, it's scummy.
no.
Do not say
Unless
unless.
unless it's the whole point of the game. Because there's a game out there that called Pay to Win. The funniest thing.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
It's
But
it's supposed to shit on pay to win games.
But yeah, that's the joke. But
Yeah.
with actual pay to win, it's so scummy. The fact that companies will just release, they'll release a game, everything is there, and so then their brilliant thought process is let's add our own in which if you pay so much money, you can get all this stuff. And I think
So,
the
Overwatch.
reason hi Overwatch. But I think it really started like when app games became big.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And
The
that they
biggest
found
video game industry is mobile games. It makes the most money. It's the biggest one. Mobile
Well,
games.
they have shitty ads that make fun of your IQ, make it seem like they can't do it without your help. That's the point. That's why they're doing it. That's why they have money. They insult your IQ as the way to download. Not only that, but they also make it seem like they're too hard to solve, and they're testing that. It's just a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. Whenever I think of a bad mobile game, the one that I always think of is that stupid, like, it's some knight and he's like trapped and you have to pull different levers in a certain
Oh
order.
no, I meant something way worse.
Or
Like,
it's like
it was
some woman that's like, yeah, nah, I'm pregnant, but the husband doesn't want to be part of
I
of
got
my
you one
child's
better.
life.
But I
Oh, yeah.
inherited this
The
mansion that I have
OG
to fix up.
The
guys,
OG like money grabbing, money sucking mobile game, Candy Crush.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
there are
There
some
was this
there are
one
some
game that I
like
downloaded. It was like night something.
oh no,
But they
Ava,
said
no.
they said that this was a mysterious game where you had monsters and like it was like kind of like a Pokemon-esque type thing. So like I downloaded it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I should play it. It was nothing like that. It was like League of Legends, but terrible.
Ugh.
Look.
Already,
Look.
League of Legends is bottom of
Funny,
the
like-
barrel. So the fact that it's worse than that is horrible.
Look,
Yikes.
mobile game advertisements are, we should all know this, but mobile game advertisements are quite literally false advertising.
Yes.
Yes.
Full of fun.
Yeah, no. I think
No,
the biggest
one thing
ones-
one thing I hate about the mobile like ad thing is even if you precisely hit the X, it'll still send you to the App Store, and it's the
Yeah.
most annoying thing.
Well,
Yep.
because
Or you have this countdown before you can press X.
Yeah.
Like me right now. If
There-
any of you guys are watching, somehow I don't know how you're watching this, but if you are, stop. It's gonna make me hate your game more. I don't know if you know that, but there you go. Now you know.
like very rarely will I be playing a game and it will have an ad that is completely optional. You never deal with ads, and the only time that you have to deal with it is for like this one section in which it's like, welcome to the store, in which if you pay this, you can get, $1 worth of in-game currency to add cosmetics. Very rarely do I ever get that. In
Yeah.
fact, I think that's only one, and it's the only phone game that I have on my phone right now. It's called Stone Story. It's a really cool little RPG, and
Yeah.
it was clearly made to like have ads as like literal last thought. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
No,
it's-
you know what sounds ice cream sounds really good right now.
Really?
It also sounds pretty
Just
good.
in the
Chris's
middle of a
next
conversation, ice
question.
cream.
What's
It
the
also
title?
sounds
What's
pretty
the title of the podcast?
I mean, yeah, it's yeah, understandable. Still,
Understandable. Have a nice day. Wait.
Insanity.
But I think we have enough time for one more topic because I have a question. How long do you want these how long do we think
I
these
got
podcasts should go
An
for?
entire goddamn day.
no, I would say probably around 2
An
to 3
hour,
hours.
an hour and 20.
Okay, because we're only
Chris.
at 1 hour.
I would
Yeah,
say
I would
2 to
say an hour to like an hour and 30 max.
Chris,
Right.
how much do you want to take time editing?
I mean, this isn't gonna take time editing. It's
Though
literally
that is true.
It's just I take it and I put it up. There's no
How
editing
long do
involved.
have your computer take to upload the video then?
It doesn't take long to upload a video in which there's no edits and no changes.
Okay.
Like this wouldn't be
Pretty sure.
hurting.
Okay. Oh well, yeah, you could just upload it and then go to school and then come back and it would be yeah. Anyways, next question.
I have a question to keep on this video game
Oh no.
tirade. What is your opinion on video game currencies?
Annoying.
It depends.
Depends. Emily.
Like
I mean, I don't really interact much with.
it's 'cause
You
you have a
interact
shit
with
computer.
Roblox.
I don't play many video games that rely on currency.
But it's
Roblox,
also
Minecraft.
the only Bedrock edition of Minecraft.
Max,
Uh,
what's your opinion?
Regarding what?
Video game currencies, like in-game currencies.
Oh, in-game currencies. I mean, I mean, I've dealt with it all my life playing video games, so it's just become like the norm at this point.
That's not
I
a
mean,
good thing, though.
Yeah,
What I really like, for example, good one is Elden Ring. I don't have to buy anything other than PlayStation Plus, and also for the game if you want to do digital or hand copy, whatever. But you earned all your armor by either killing them or buying it. Not like through I shouldn't say that, but not through not like what Overwatch does, like you have to buy it or whatever. But to me, it's just more helpful, I guess. But at the same time, like when I purchase things in Elden Ring, it's for usually levels. That's pretty much it.
Well, I think what Chris is trying to say here is like when he means in-game currencies, like for example, Assassin's Creed. You know how they have the in-game shop with the currency, the hex or whatever it's called. And so there's the currency that you can find in the game that you could just buy stuff with at normal merchants, and then there's the hex currency or whatever it's called.
Yeah. More so I was looking at things like V-Bucks, like COD points. That for whatever reason, video games nowadays focus on making an item shop for cosmetics more important and more polished than anything else in the game.
Like Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is still playable, okay?
Yeah, like we're talking about like how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2
has pay to win.
Or even
like all that stuff.
I'm also thinking like games that they ship it out and it's in the most terrible condition, and then they improve on it later.
Like when you mentioned Fortnite like that, that's kind of annoying because before you earn V-Bucks, you gotta buy it with your actual money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that. Like it should be earned to you. Like
but there is a way to earn it. 3 times per battle pass.
No. Like that is ridiculous. It's like what Overwatch is doing. 60 hours of grind just to get one thing.
Just to get $1 worth of.
Yeah,
I
don't like that.
I like how Genshin Impact does their in-game currency.
Oh god, Genshin
where
Impact
it's
has just been added into the chat. Oh no.
Well, yes, but they actually do it pretty well. Like you can buy it, but every mission gives you the currency.
Yeah. I mean, it's also an app game, so it kind of has like those types of restrictions, I'd say.
Yeah.
Believe do I?
What was I?
So you don't got to pay $60 fucking dollars for the goddamn game, only to get shit and microtransactions shoved down your goddamn throat.
Sounds like Loki had a very bad experience with a game.
No, I've watched too many videos on
This is-
microtransactions.
This is the same type of mindset that causes like 8-year-olds to fantasize about Andrew Tate. It's like
Oh God, no.
one bad experience with a woman, like Stacy, age 9, was just like, you smell, and they're like, man, this Andrew Tate guy has a pretty good idea of his mindset. All women really are scum. Yeah, I need my juice box. Come over here, mother, woman that bore me.
It's already like that with V-Bucks, though.
Yes. I don't like it. Because a lot of the time, these in-game currencies, they'll always be at this same type of way. It will be $5 for 250, $10 for 1,000, $20 for 2,400, and all this stuff. But the problem becomes those in-game shops, in which if you buy something, there's a possibility that you will have leftover currency.
Yep.
And so, some people have OCD, in which if they have that leftover currency, they will look at it and they will hate the fact that it is not zero. So then it incentivizes them to get more in-game currency and slowly whittle away until it's finally at 0.
Yeah.
And this is a problem with Fortnite, I know. This is a problem with Apex. It's a problem with a lot of these Battle Royale games. And going as far as saying there was a recent Warhammer 40k game that came out, Dark Tide. It came out as this huge glitchy mess. But the one thing that wasn't glitchy and the one thing that was 100% reliable and finished, an in-game item shop where you spend actual currency.
Like with Assassin's Creed, like what Loki said, like I like if the currency in the game is already established, but you earn it through the gameplay. That I'm fine with, and that I'm fine purchasing from. But if you have to use your money, your actual money from like your account or whatever, IRL, that's when I get annoyed. Like,
well, Assassin's Creed isn't the best example, as you do have to buy the whatever the currency is to buy the although it is all cosmetic and shit.
BioShock then, or Elden Ring. BioShock, you earn it. You earn it by finding it or killing people. Whatever which way.
But you're also talking about games that don't have.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm making the point of saying that is nice compared to what we have with other games.
Good games don't need microtransactions.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm not saying that I dislike DLC, even though there is a very large part of me that hates what it's done.
Hello, Atomic Heart. Hi.
Hello, Atomic
I bought
Heart.
your DLC.
Hello, quite possibly all of Ubisoft's games in the past decade or two.
Yeah.
Hear me out, Monkfish. Please. Please make DLC better. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love your game. Please just don't make it that difficult again.
I will say,
or either that, or I must be a bad gamer. It's one of the two.
Yeah, there are good DLCs like Fallout. I believe Fallout New Vegas has one of the best DLCs in the Fallout franchise.
I think it's Far Harbor. No, that's
Fallout 4. Fallout 3. I think it's the Alien DLC.
Yeah, there's an Alien one, and then there's another one that has Joshua Graham, who's like the most influential character in all of Bethesda. I feel
Yeah.
anything that FromSoft makes, it's like it is a joke that whenever FromSoft makes DLC, it's the equivalent of making like a smaller version of the game, but the add-on adds so much more that it's the equivalent of the same game. It's like, yeah, it's just we want to still be in this world, so we just decided to make more, but we, it's all this stuff, and we're just like, please, I know that it's finished, but please give us Dark Souls 4. I know that's over, but please give us Bloodborne 2.
They're doing the Valve thing, except it's they only go to 3.
Please, if you're also hearing this, I don't know if they did it because I haven't searched it up. But if they do end up making Bloodborne or just make Bloodborne again, just do it with better graphics. I'll enjoy.
Supposedly that is what's happening. But
Oh,
it's gonna release in 2025.
Oh, I'm sad.
Cool.
Yeah, and all it is it just raises the FPS to 60. It's just a release of the game.
So just emulate it, he's saying. Once the emulator's good enough.
I'm saying buy the actual game to show Hide Tacos Miyazaki some gosh dang respect,
Yeah. Well, saying emulating the game doesn't mean pirate the game.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't pirate games.
Yeah.
Please don't.
You can hack the console
Hey, that's
itself
another-
to extract the data.
That's another question you can ask. Is pirate games good or bad? Or what's your take on that?
It depends on the game.
How about we go with something larger? Is pirating any form of media okay?
Ooh.
And this is something that Emily should actually be able to talk about. Correct,
again,
Emily?
have to say it depends on the media.
I mean, technically it shouldn't happen, but a lot of people do.
Well, I say it depends.
He's not against it, boys.
No?
He's not against it. I'm joking.
Okay.
I don't know.
What?
What do you... Wait.
I haven't even taken a hit
You
yet.
find you don't know. Do you know what... so, quick disclaimer as to what pirating is. It's where you go to
you son of a gun. You led me into that trap.
It's where you go onto another website or something and play a game for free, like play a video game without buying the video game, or watch a movie or TV show without buying said things. The problem with pirating is if it is something like a video game or a TV show or anything like that, the original makers get none of the profit from it.
Yes.
Or you could potentially get a virus or whatever. It depends where you get though.
Yeah, well, yeah, it also depends.
It depends.
It shouldn't happen, but I mean, I've done it before a bit, but like...
Wow.
He's trying to defend them.
It shouldn't happen, no, because you should be giving credit to the original creators.
Well,
but
not always.
Yeah, they're. I think I'm not saying you should pirate. I'm saying it.
If the times are tough, no, I'm joking.
No, I'm saying there are some things that I wouldn't mind if you pirated.
like what?
Velma.
Please,
Yes.
no.
But
If you
very,
even
very
have to watch that,
games.
like, there's some reason.
There's nothing saving you. I'm not saving you.
Like,
I ain't saving you.
If you have to watch Velma for the weirdest reason, like, I don't know, you're some stupid YouTuber that's talking about it, just pirate it. HBO Max does not deserve any money from that show. Mindy Kaling deserves to be chucked into the deepest pit of hell.
She should be
so deep that Satan, who is stuck halfway between ice, is looking down on her.
Yeah, do her like they did to whatever the hell her name was, who was the CEO of Lucasfilm until she got sacked.
Oh.
Oh, her.
I'm going to look up her name.
Yes.
Loki, would you like to explain what that whole situation was?
What situation?
The Lucasfilm CEO.
Oh yeah, she one quote. The Force is female.
Wait, the what is female?
The Force
Force.
is female.
How the fuck?
You know,
Millennial?
from Star
Minor-
Wars. That just tells, man, thank God we finally got some representation as to what gender Luke is.
Technically,
Or hold on.
what
Isn't
was it?
Wait,
Star
is her name
Wars?
Mindy Kaling? Is that
No.
am I?
This
No.
is
Star Wars
okay.
was technically
Kathleen
supposed to be a boys' film.
Kathleen.
Wow, Lucas, what was it? What did Lucas George make? I forgot what that
George
one.
Lucas, Star
George
Wars.
Lucas.
Kathleen Kennedy.
He made
No.
Star Wars and
Wait.
Indiana Jones and
No. There's another one. I don't care if I spelled it wrong. Lucas. Fairy movie.
oh,
Strange
God.
Magic.
Let's see
That
here.
one. That was supposed to be made for girls, while Star Wars was supposed to be made for boys. Fun
Yeah,
fact.
we saw how well that went.
Oh my god! Whoa!
Oh, another thing that Lucasfilm made: Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Labyrinth with David Bowie.
I think we watched it in philosophy class.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, we did?
Captain
I think so.
EO with Michael Jackson.
Hmm.
A bunch of other stuff here and there. All the Lego stuff for the Star Wars. But yeah, Kathleen Kennedy was the CEO, and over the last, is it now a decade that she's been CEO? Or whenever, like, not Rogue One, the start of the new trilogy came out.
Jeez, that was bad.
Yeah. Ever since that, she's been CEO of Lucasfilms, and you can clearly tell where that dip down into quality started happening. It's when she became CEO, because ever since Star Wars and Indiana Jones recently have all just been in that downward spiral of the toilet drain.
Like the new Indiana Jones movie, in my opinion, I didn't like it, but again, that's up to you guys. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I don't really care about Indiana Jones, but I can understand
I
people
haven't
that do
seen
like it. You haven't seen any movie. Okay, Emily, what are topics that you actually know about?
Take video
Nothing.
games and movies out.
Make it centered
He
on
knows
The
Roblox.
Sims, House Flipper, and that's about it.
No,
And
but
Don't forget about Roblox. Roblox, you know Roblox.
She knows
And
floors.
old movies that are featured on crud. What's movie Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh my gosh.
What?
With who is it? Patrick Oswald? Is that his name?
Maybe. Hold on.
what the hell are you talking about?
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I've never heard of that.
It's quite literally the equivalent of what Nostalgia Critic was before Nostalgia Critic existed.
Okay, then.
Ava, Emily, you know that one movie that you watched with Frankenstein and shit?
Young Frankenstein or
The one with all the other things.
maybe, yes.
Like Frankenstein,
Recommended.
another monster, another
Dracula.
thing. Yes. That has probably been featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Okay. Yeah, I watch a lot of weird movies. Recently, I watched a movie called Harvey, which was a movie about a guy who like had an invisible rabbit. It was like 6 feet tall. Yeah,
What?
Emily,
the whole
Emily,
movie.
What
Emily,
is
look
the
up
name
Mystery
of this movie?
Science.
No, okay, so the movie's called Harvey, and it's about this guy who has an imaginary friend, which is this giant 6 foot tall rabbit. And he lives with his like sister and his niece, and his sister thinks he's crazy, so she tries to
Roger
get him
Rabbit.
locked up. But then they mistake her as the crazy one, so they lock her. And then the main psychiatrist guy starts looking for dude because he figured out that he's the crazy one. And then the ending of the movie, which is a spoiler by the way, I don't think anyone will watch it, but the ending of the movie doesn't explain the Harvey issue at all. Like, you never know if the dude's crazy or if it's fake or it's like some kind of illusion. The movie just ends with him walking out with Harvey and into the sunset.
Yeah, okay, I just now found it. It's worrying because when I typed in Harvey, the first thing that came up was Harvey Weinstein, which is a whole different case of sex offenders and
Yeah, that's
whatnot.
not it.
But
It's not. It's
Mystery.
from 1950. Of course it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mystery Science Theater 3000 is about, I believe, a janitor who, for an experiment for like some evil scientist duo, he gets launched into space and they send him shitty movies that he has to watch and comment on.
Perfect.
Oh.
So and he created like 3 robot friends that he talks to constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And if like it's movie commentary basically on shitty movies from the 1900s.
Got it.
Yeah, it's reaction YouTubers before reaction YouTubers were a thing.
Yes, and better too.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, just look it up on YouTube.
I will.
I think
in a
it's on
moment.
Netflix as well. All of it's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
It's also on regular TV, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have to have the right channels and whatnot.
That is true.
Yeah, that'll kind of be a hindrance.
Yeah. But
But
it's
you
free
don't
on
get
YouTube.
choose what to watch.
all of it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
My dad watches it all the time. I'm pretty sure like he fell asleep to he falls asleep to it constantly.
I mean,
My
whatever
dad
gets the job done.
my dad this evening fell asleep to listening to a F1 race, so I don't know how he does that, but whatever.
Leave the man alone. He's just trying to sleep.
Also, go Max Verstappen.
So, what were we talking about again before we got sidetracked on Mystery
Pirating.
Science Theater?
We were
Pirating.
we were talking about pirating, but also we were wondering what Emily does know anything about, because so far video games and movies are out. Just completely. So anything else that you know or
Semi-sports, cars,
Roblox.
Roblox, I guess.
well,
I
that's
mean,
debatable.
That is debatable.
Doctor Who was a big one I was into for a while.
You're still into that, aren't you?
Oh, see.
No, I kind of fell out of it.
These anime. Well, no, I take that back.
She doesn't know.
Boat
She doesn't know any
anime.
TV.
Boat anime, yes, boat anime. Boats is a topic. I could talk about boats. I like boats.
What?
I'm a history
Definitely.
nerd and I like boats, so any boats.
You're
I
a
like
history
boats.
nerd that doesn't know geography.
I know geography.
Oh my gosh.
Geography.
That got her. So
Then
okay, so
verbatim
here's
explaining
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this episode of the podcast, and we're gonna start the next one right as Emily starts going off all about her blatant
Boats?
love
Okay,
of
let me
geography.
ask you. You know what the USS Eisenhower was?
Possibly. It sounds familiar.
Okay,
Give
we'll be talking
me
about
a
next time
general
on the podcast.
description.
Hopefully you have a good day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.